What's going on, you butthole gaping philodendrons? Welcome to Grunt Speak.
Live from the lair!
That's right. Yes, we're actually live from the lair. It's good times. We are your hosts, Toxic Male and the Flabby Fisticuffer.
Oh, my God. Stop it with that. You fucking bastards.
It took a while to get all this shit over here and set up, but we're here.
Yep, and listen, we got the new fake bricks.
With that lovely seam right there in the middle that's eventually going to be covered up.
We're going to cover that up with a chalkboard because we got Sell Me Marriage coming down the pipe.
And 477 lives saved.
477?
Yes.
I mean, the 440 is a battalion, so it's like one battalion and one platoon.
No one can shake a stick at that.
That's pretty good. And to be honest, I had no expectation of actually having that effect. It just happens to be that there's an assload of dudes out there, like 3 generations of them, that have been fucked over by the system.
No.
And they literally think they're they're by themselves in this fucking quagmire of fuckery.
Yeah, they totally didn't see their dads, granddads, brothers. You know, in some cases now, even like, kids now getting screwed over by the system.
Yeah. I mean, what's that one 14-year-old who was raped, and now they're going after him for child support. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, where this male privilege is totally working out well.
Yeah, it is.
For us dudes.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, and that male privilege, it's really working out for the Russian soldiers and the Ukrainian soldiers. All right, just so you know how expendable you are as a young man, literally over in Russia, they're handing somebody a piece of paper and then putting him on a bus to go to a training camp. And then maybe he'll get to call home in a week and let him know, like, hey, I've been fucking hoodwinked into the army.
Just maybe.
Yeah. And the fact that 60,000 Russian soldiers died in this stupid-ass border skirmish. And same with Ukrainian. Ukraine's lost, the numbers I saw, somewhere between 40 and 50,000, dead.
Damn.
I mean, God damn it. And like, as a man, you have to realize just how expendable you are. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but once you realize it, it gives you a lot of fucking power.
Yeah.
It does.
You know what else gives you a lot of power? Not fucking caring.
Yeah. I've no more fucks to give.
Yep. I think they ran out at the corner store.
Yeah, I got to work out the give a fuck money system. I think that'd be funny.
Well, on my week off, I learned something rather interesting. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I don't know if I'm late to the game on this one or what, but did you know that they make synthetic pee?
What?
They do. They make synthetic pee. And apparently, it's against the law to use it to cheat on a drug test because, even if your state legalizes the hashish, the Mary Jane Dijuana, what have you, it's still federally illegal. So, whatever. Employers don't have to keep you on if you piss hot, so to speak.
Now, listen, you're in a bad place when you have to go beg a neighbor for pee.
Yes. It gets better, though.
Okay.
Because they cannot market it to that audience. I guess we're going to be getting into more stuff like that later, too.
Uh-huh.
They had to figure out a way to circumvent the system. So they sell it at adult stores for the kinky people, who indulge in the water sports the Foot Locker German scat porn.
The splash slaps.
And I'm listening to this and I'm like, I could just imagine because there's some sick, twisted, fucked up people on there. You spray them in the face with it and you're like, it's just not the same. Well, I ate asparagus today. I was only thinking of you. I wanted to make sure that
it's not the same.
didn't want you getting that asparagus funk in your hair.
No, but in the military, I was the NCOIC for many, many piss tests.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Most of the time, I'd like walk into the bathroom, and I'd be like, handle your business. Because I'm not looking at dicks all day. I'm not.
No. I mean, like, what do you put on your resume? Professional meat gazer?
I mean, unfortunately, it's one of those extra duties you get assigned.
Duties.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what if they started doing that? Fake shit. And then they have to market that to the kinky crowd, too. You like go to Spencer Gifts and you just put a fake dog turd on somebody's chest, or you melt a Snickers bar and then put that there. You know, you put it on a heating pad to keep it at room temperature. It's just not the same. Some sick, twisted fucking people out there, man.
Listen, Darwin, when the time comes, Darwin is going to have a smorgasbord of idiots to feast upon.
Oh, it's never going to end.
It is going to be glorious. Millions of people are going to get snapped up right off the bat.
Inglorious bastards. Mm-hmm. Great movie, maybe not a great thing for Darwin.
No.
But either way, it's going down. But first things first, I was talking about marketing things to a particular audience.
Yes.
They're fucking with Scooby-Doo.
Oh, my God!
The writers of Scooby-Doo have decided to make Velma a lesbian because we can't keep LGBT stuff out of the kids' shows now.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can easily.
All right. So, Netflix is on the chopping block to lose anywhere between 1 and 5 million subscribers.
Oh, they're hemorrhaging support.
Disney is getting abandoned. It's getting man-cotted by the entire United States.
Yeah, when a boycott just isn't enough, you got to man-cot it.
Yeah, Amazon literally burned through $1 billion just in production and rights, not to include marketing. And the rumor is, with all the marketing and bullshit, they're like 1.71 to 1.74 billion in the hole on this.
Yeah, and those are liquid assets.
Yes.
When people talk about what Jeff Bezos is worth, that's the non-liquid assets. That's the presumed value of the company and his value of shares as its owner. That's not real money. But when you make a 1-point-some-odd billion dollar television series, those people have to get paid. That is all liquid.
Well, I'm telling you right now, the investment bankers who put together this whole thing, I really hope they put in a couple safety nets for themselves. Yeah. Because I really don't see that going beyond a second season.
No.
If it is, then I'm just saying, at the rate it's going, Amazon, please keep doing that. I want to see 6 seasons, $1 billion per season, and then at the end, you'll be gone.
Yeah, if we keep throwing money at our woke bullshit that no one wants to watch, sooner or later we have to make a return, right? Right?
Yeah. Well, that's the way it works in a capitalist society.
That's the way it works if you think the world is Twitter.
Yeah, in the socialist communist world, no. The state runs everything, and it's got all this fucking, baby twerking horse shit in it.
Get it right in the butt.
Yeah, it's like literally the American population is being bombarded by propaganda.
Yep.
By the people from the loose, gay, butt twerking, queer community. And those are their own words. All right.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
And here's the clip. It's from, Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo. And they just decided to ruin one of everyone's favorite childhood pastimes.
And as promised, here are your Scooby snacks.
There we go.
Yes, because that's what everyone's attracted to.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, what in the absolute shit suckers is this?
No, but I will say women are more apt to, play around on both sides of the fence than
this is
than
true.
Most dudes.
This is very true.
Yeah.
And that's why they wind up becoming a petri dish of disease.
Mm-hmm. And what?
And men do it too.
Is Cartoon
Monkeypox.
Network? Is Cartoon Network putting this out?
I don't know. It could be. Well, let's see. Warner Brothers owns the rights to Scooby-Doo. HBO currently is putting out all the Warner Brothers content. So my guess is this is going to be an HBO Max thing.
This is going to get hacked.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get cut. Because Warner Brothers, what's the guy's name? That's
I don't even know.
There's been a big change up at.
They've been shuffling a whole lot of shit. Aren't they owned by Discovery Channel now?
Yeah, I have no idea. All I know is, they're not making money, and the stuff that's not making money is gonna get cut, and I hope it does.
Yeah,
I'm fucking sick of it. I really am.
We all are. And that's one of the reasons why, like, to guys like you and me, and to the people who watch this show, and I think just people in general, we see this stuff. We see it coming out. It's being pumped into our collective consciousness 24/7, 365. No one watches it.
Yep.
Even the people who claim to champion these woke causes don't watch it. And when you see this, how can you argue? Billy Eichner lashes out at straight people after his labia-groping, ball-twisting queer movie, Bros, flops.
Nobody wants to see this.
People don't go see regular romantic comedies. When was the last time you saw a romantic comedy that was tops at the box office? Ever.
I can't remember one.
It's probably been since the early 2000s.
Maybe.
Maybe Knocked Up.
I mean,
2006, 2007.
I mean, ever since I got divorced, I really don't watch any of that.
And they have to be really good if you're going to spend the time on it.
Yeah.
And who's going to go and see this box office monkeypox? Seriously.
I remember the one Serendipity. That was pretty good, but that was from the 90s.
That was like 2001.
I thought that was in the 90s.
No, it was 2000. John Cusack.
Yeah.
It was like 2000.
I mean, that was a good rom-com, I guess.
Yeah, because that came out while I was working at Blockbuster, and I just dated myself. Space Ghost. I love this. He's upset at straight people for not showing up to the opening weekend of his new gay rom-com movie, Bros. The liberal actor is also blaming homophobia for the movie's dismal box office opening. Well,
okay.
You know who could have put you on the top 10? The gays.
Did they?
But when you market a movie that's only geared at less than 5% of the general population,
what do you think is going to happen?
And their allies who really don't give a shit, but they pretend to on social media, what do you think's going to happen?
Remember that movie Brokeback Mountain?
Yep.
Oh my God. My buddy Richard, before
At least there
passed,
were two sets of titties in that to even like try to cajole the straight dudes into the theaters.
No. My buddy Richard, before he passed away, he'd be like, "Shut your goddamn Brokeback Mountain mouth, motherfucker." I'd be like, "I should beat you right now."
I'm gonna jump in the
that is
DeLorean.
so goddamn funny, you fucker. Yeah.
I'm going to jump in the DeLorean and take you broke back to the future, bitch.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious.
Because I'm a time-traveling hobgoblin. Oh, man. And apparently, there was these dudes are straight or whatever, or they pretend to be. Actor Luke McFarlane said he was comfortable performing his raunchy, spicy scenes with Eichner, but was not interested in being spit on by him. And you wonder why they get monkeypox.
Yeah, I mean, that's just filthy.
Yeah, I'm just going to spit on you,
That's
bro.
just filthy.
Like, nah, I'm pretty good. Should
No.
we spit on each other? No.
Yeah, what is, since we hit on monkeypox, has that gone away now? Or
Well,
because they were trying to spin it into some big fucking thing.
They've been very unsuccessful at getting people afraid of it. So my guess is if it isn't gone yet, it's going to be very soon in favor of the next thing that they're going to try to make.
The next thing grown in the lab, yeah.
Yeah. No. Or, World War III.
Well,
didn't Fauci just give more money to the same ass bastard who was in charge of the bat coronaviruses the last time?
Yeah, because that worked out really
Yeah,
good.
totally. Yeah. Well, if you're a world elitist and you want to reduce the world's population, especially the old and the infirm, and the burden that they place on all the socialized systems that they're using to try to bribe people to get votes, then I guess it worked out for you just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, just fine.
Just fine.
Now, listen, man.
Here we go.
We've been dealing with this whole goddamn illness, shut down the fucking world, 2 hours or 2 weeks to flatten the curve, or what was that, 2 or 3 weeks? Turned into 2+ years.
2 weeks to flatten the curve.
We've got all of this hype for this experimental thingamajigger. I can't say it because we're on YouTube and they'll get really mad. And they had to come up with a new term, which is sudden adult death
syndrome.
SADS.
SADS. It makes me so sad.
All right, that did not exist before they started the Poke and Smoke mission.
Yep.
And now they're trying to say, oh, no, it's normal.
Oh, yeah, it's always been here.
They try to blame it on marijuana. And I've been really, because, people have been going nuts with marijuana since the 60s. And the heart disease and sudden death thing has been pretty much stable.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden in, 2020, 21, and 22, because it's legal in some states, that's killing everyone.
Yeah.
Shut up!
And how many hundreds of a percent increase is it in deaths in like working age males now?
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we've always seen 12-year-olds dying of heart attacks on soccer fields and basketball courts. That's always been happening. We just didn't hear about it.
Yeah, if you go to Rumble or BitChute, there are whole montages that are almost 30 minutes long. You're just watching, kid after kid, young person after young, just dropping fucking dead.
Yep.
I mean, what the fuck?
All right, I'm going off in the weeds and it's pissing me off.
Sorry.
Going off in the weeds and it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
But hey, if you didn't make it to go see Bros last weekend, because you had to get your myocarditis checked out.
What I'm trying to say here is this leads into the next one.
Yes.
Because they basically demonize
more fantasy.
All the people who refused to get the poke and smoke.
Yep.
And now they're doing the same thing for doctors who refuse to push this transgender ideology.
Yeah. Physician assistant fired and branded as evil for not calling transgenders by their preferred pronouns.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am not going to participate in someone else's mental illness. I'm sorry.
Isn't it amazing? We went from heroes work here, and a lot of these hospitals still have this shit plastered all over the front like it's a successful marketing gimmick. And healthcare is a human right to you shouldn't be allowed to practice medicine if you don't get experimental medication, and you don't deserve that human right, as we call it, if you don't get that experimental medication.
Absolutely correct.
All in less than a year.
Yeah. This is, I'm just telling you that all of this is building up, and it's going to come to a head here shortly.
Pretty soon, they're going to fuck with the wrong Muldoon. And this is local.
Yeah.
This is a physician assistant at University of Michigan Health West Hospital.
That's where Darren used to go all the time to get his leg work done because it's a teaching hospital.
Yeah. Valerie Kloosterman, physician assistant at Woke Central Hospital, called a transformer by their first name, also expressed unwillingness to refer to patients for reassignment surgery owing to her Christian faith.
Good.
Well, that's a good thing. You want to know why? Because this is the only condition where the problem is clearly up here, and instead of fixing this, they want to destroy a healthy body so it matches the mind.
Yeah, that's insane. They're getting their tits chopped off.
Yep.
They're getting their outie turned into an innie or innie turned into an outie. Him, she's, and shimps all over the place. And then they're ignoring all the people who are coming forward and who regret having it done.
Yep.
And
there's whole websites devoted to it.
Yeah.
If you guys are subscribed to us on New Tech, you've already seen the episode. If you have not, please go set up an account on Odyssey, Rumble, MGTOW.tv, BitChute. We're on all those sites, and every Tuesday and Thursday, except for this week, because we've been handling this stuff here. You guys have been getting New Tech exclusives with topics that we can't talk about on YouTube.
That's right.
One of them was this whole thing of sexchangeregret.com.
And
go there and check it out.
And I filmed today the pipeline sabotage thing.
Yes, that'll be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, there was a little rambling in there, and I yelled into the mic, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. I cut it out.
All right, I like it.
Well, Pop doesn't know how microphones work. He shouts into them really nice and close, and then he backs off and he starts talking like this. I'm just chill, man.
Yeah, that's why I got a headphone on, so I don't have to worry about that.
It works out. And now that you have all the good equipment here, you're going to be
yeah.
recording his layers on this stuff from now on. I just got to teach him a few tricks. Not to be confused with the kind of tricks that your ex used to pull.
Hey.
Oh!
You're going to get me sued, man.
I'm sorry. But this stuff goes up to the highest freaking levels, man. It's not just University of Michigan. And, of course, if you, talk to, what's his name? Bhavik Kumar at Planned Parenthood, they bring him to Congress.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
And they ask him this question. Oh, my God.
Yeah, let's hear
Let's just keep it real simple. Just 2 yes or no questions. And this is for Dr. Kumar. Dr. Kumar, can biological men become pregnant and give birth?
So men can have pregnancies, especially trans men.
Fired!
I love how he says, especially trans men, as if to insinuate that other biological men are totally getting knocked up on the daily.
So this is a fucking doctor.
Allegedly.
who's bought into this fucking cult mentality to the point where he's denying reality.
And I guarantee you that half of the people who say this shit, like this guy knows better.
Oh, yeah.
You know that he knows better. He's saying it because he doesn't want to get canceled.
And he's probably a male feminist. Because
He's got the two earrings in his ears.
Real men have dignity, honor, and self-respect. And they go to great lengths to preserve that. So, people socially like, well, you should think this way or we won't like you anymore. If a guy has dignity, honor, and self-respect, they're going to get the two birds and he's leaving.
There you go.
Because he doesn't fucking care. This guy is a cuck mangina, simp. He doesn't fucking know. I shouldn't say he doesn't know what he's talking about because he's a fucking doctor. Well, but he's been fucking polluted by the cult mentality.
Yep.
Now, do you want anyone working on you that has a mind that is so weak it could be, knocked off kilter by simple social pressures? No, you don't want that guy.
Yeah, do you want that guy cutting you open?
Yeah.
Would you even want him in charge of your phalloplasty? The one that gives you the Mickey Mouse hand and the scarring that never goes away? Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, they take the skin from the arm and they take it from everywhere.
The leg. Now they're talking about cadaver cunts.
Oh, my God!
I shit you not.
Oh, stop it. That is...
Dried up, useless
Do you have
beef
any
jerky
idea
balloon knots repurposed.
What's going to happen once that starts getting rejected? You want to talk about crotch rot. You're going to have crotch rot with maggots and sepsis.
Oh, man.
I'm getting nauseous.
All those Twilight moms who were turned on by the concept of necrophilia porn.
Yeah.
It's going to be a match made in dirtbag heaven. But
oh, my God.
I wish that were the worst thing he said.
No, keep going.
It actually gets worse if you can believe that. For the Democrat leftoids out there who were hoping to ride the Roe v. Wade issue into a blue wave, it's not going to happen, especially when these talking points are being talked about on the Hill.
Uh-huh.
I would say that abortion is an economic issue. Folks
Which is
that
true.
I see often cite economic issues for needing access to that care, and when we're denying that care, we're forcing them to stay in poverty. That means the children that they're forced to have, as well as the children that are already at home.
All right, hang on.
Okay, so
what he's saying is this.
Wow.
These women have no fucking accountability for what they do with their body. So then we have to authorize them to fucking murder these children or they're going to stay in fucking poverty. Well,
Yep.
How about the mental processes that allowed them to get pregnant out of wedlock? That's what's keeping them poor.
Yeah.
It's their fucking dumbass mentality. It's nothing to do with abortion.
You can boil it down to an even juicier nugget than that. Only rich kids deserve to live.
Ooh.
I don't think you're going to see that on any Democrat posters.
And that guy is...
But that's pretty much what they're saying here.
That guy is about as brown as the driven snow. And he's saying white supremacist shit. It's just a matter of time before it comes back to bite him in the ass.
Well, in his case, the driven snow is probably on the back of a toilet seat in the club. Going a little Patrick Bateman on his ass. Here, have a straw.
Hey, bastard. You goddamn dick throwing straw motherfucker.
The captain is back, ladies and germs.
Got somebody getting towed over there.
Oh, somebody's getting towed, huh? Aw. Hope it's not me.
Is it?
Am I? They're parked in front of your house, bro. Can you go stop them from towing my car?
Hang on, let's see if that's what's
Actually,
happening.
don't you stay here. I'll take care of it.
All right. They should not be fucking with your car. Hang on.
Parked out across the sidewalk, so.
So what? Park on the fucking grass. Fuck it.
All right. I don't know why they would tow my car.
Well, we are doing a podcast here, and people hate our guts. So let's hope you're not getting fucking towed, man. So anyway, while he's out fighting a tow truck, I'm very, very disappointed in regards to how our military is reacting to all of the social pressures that are taking place. The recruiting numbers are in the fucking toilet. I saw some numbers that said they missed by 25%. I saw others where they missed by 50%. It's only going to take 2 or 3 years of that happening consistently, and they're going to start drafting people. and the men out there are going to realize just how fucked up it can get. Now, I personally think that everyone getting out of high school should do 2 years of mandatory federal service, either military or we have a civilian equivalent. So, and if I was running that program, if you got, you turn 18, you do your 2 years, you have to be a minimum of 500 miles away from your home of record. So you get the fucking real deal experience. What's going on?
They started moving on before I actually got out there, but I moved it just in case.
All right. Yeah, I mean, feel free. You could look. The whole front yard is nothing but weeds. Since I had the
Parking on the grass.
medical ramp, so I got rid of it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't give a fuck. You could do donuts out there. I don't care.
And park on the grass, you're going to nickname me Pablo.
I don't care. I do it all the time sometimes.
I do it all the time sometimes, because 60% of the time it works every time.
Excellent.
Excellent. But yeah, man, what a great Democrat talking point. If you're poor, kill your kids. We don't want them. Only rich people should have kids.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of these, let's just call these women that are having all these kids what they truly are. Felon factories.
Single mothers, yes, absolutely.
Being a single mother, I'm sure it's a hard job, but you're failing at it miserably. And how do I know that? The prison population.
85% of the people in prison had no father at home.
Correct.
Fact, not opinion. Don't like it? Eat my shorts.
I don't care. It is what it is. And you can you find that in the Uniform Crime Report? Or is that in the...
That's actually, if you go to the fatherless generation, or you search for the fatherless generation, facts on fatherless homes, you can find it.
Yeah.
Super easy. They put up the page, they keep renewing the domain every year, and it just stays there. And they add new facts to it as time goes on.
I wonder if we can get those guys to come on the show who run that.
Maybe. Huh? Maybe. Speaking of which, every time I announce a guest,
it fucks up.
It always gets fucked up. But a week from tonight, we are supposed to have Jericho Green on the stream.
Yep.
And I shit you not, I'm used to writing these people and never hearing anything back. Jericho Green got back to me within an hour.
Yep.
I was like, abso-fucking-lutely, come on the show, man. We're going to have a good time.
I sent him an email too, but I don't recall he responded to me.
I don't know. Maybe he saw the list Dixie and he's like, I'm not awake enough for this.
It is what it is.
Shit happens, man. But hey, he might have just read yours, read mine, and realized, well, these are two of the same guys. They must really want me on here. Boom.
There you go.
You never know. But in addition to thinking, those XY chromosomal baby factories are totally going to, need abortion care. Mm-hmm. Apparently, you can't even hint in a movie that women might regret ending a life.
Now, hang on. I'm going to tell you right now. Women who have abortions overwhelmingly regret it within 10 years.
Yep, if not sooner.
And then the ones that really fucking have a problem are the ones that had an abortion and now they're like creeping up on 40 and they have no kids.
Yep.
And then
the chick who wrote Sex in the City.
Yeah.
She encouraged all these women to embrace this heathen lifestyle. And then she hit 65 and she's like, you know what? I fucked up.
Yeah. Too fucking
You want to
bad.
know who's getting that memo too late? All the women she brainwashed.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, there's a lot of women out there. And I was kicking around maybe finding some of these women bitching about not finding men on TikTok or something. But I don't know. There's other red pill channels that focus strictly on that, like a strong, successful male.
Yep.
Joker's really good at attacking those things too.
Yeah, Joker's awesome.
And I'm not saying I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying if I do it, it's going to be something that is desirable of my attention.
Yes.
It's not my strict purpose here.
There you go.
I'm here to keep people from killing themselves using comedy, logic, and reason.
Well, those are very important things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here it is.
Here we go.
Planned Parenthood criticizes Marilyn Monroe movie, it's called Blonde, as misinformation for portraying grief over an abortion.
All right, so we need to actually have some lawsuits going on over the word misinformation.
Yeah. They love
Because-
throwing that out there. That's their new conspiracy theory, racist, istophobic.
Yeah.
God. While abortion is safe, essential health care.
Yep. It's not.
No.
Now listen, it started off safe and rare.
Wow.
And then they literally expanded it over the years using mission creep to killing the kid up to 30 days after fucking birth.
Yep.
Now, listen, this is out of fucking control.
Oh, we're getting into this, like the meat and potatoes of this, like the laws that are being passed in a lot of these leftoid states.
Yeah.
It's going to drive you fucking crazy.
Well, like before I had my children, I was kind of for abortion in a very limited, circumstance. Usually, I think I was like 12 weeks or less, even 8 weeks or less, because there's a couple of dozen birth control methods out there, and you can go get the morning after pill.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you have to commit murder legally?
Exactly.
I mean, why the fuck does that have to
And
happen?
they say, well, what about rape and incest? What responsibility of that lies with the child?
Yeah, and the thing is once you say rape and incest, and you're like, okay, well, in rape and incest, guess what's going to happen? Everything is going to be rape and incest.
Yep.
Because
Even though
how
that's
the left
literally
works.
1% of
Yeah,
all abortions.
But that's how the left works.
Yeah.
You give them the inch, they take the fucking mile.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Everybody was on board with safe, legal, and rare.
Yeah.
Now it's just the stuff that actually constitutes safe, legal, and rare is 5% of all abortions.
Yeah, they're quite
The
literally.
vast majority is elective.
Have you seen like some of the stuff they used to kill these kids?
Yeah.
It's like it looked like a turkey cutter.
Yep.
Looked like a fucking meat tenderizer, stainless steel mallet.
Yeah. Anyone who is in favor of this madness has never actually seen the procedure.
No. And like, I'm going to be honest. When I hear about these doctors who do all these abortions getting attacked and stuff, I have no sympathy for them anymore. I really don't.
No.
Because it's nothing but fucking murder.
And they're profiteering off of it and selling the parts.
Yeah.
And yet, after being exposed for that activity, which is illegal, the person who exposed them gets 9 felony charges.
It's hit with 9 felony
What
charges.
the fuck?
Whatever happened with that case?
It's still going forward from what I understand.
Yeah.
They're probably trying to do the drag it out thing so they can bleed this person's resources dry,
Yeah,
just
pretty
like they do
much
to
what
Matt.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they do.
Love it. While abortion is safe, essential health care, anti-abortion zealots have long contributed to abortion stigma by using medically inaccurate descriptions of fetuses in pregnancy. Oh, like when Stacey Abrams says that the sound of a heartbeat at 6 weeks is a fiction, and it's a manufactured sound that they play to try to psyop you into keeping the baby.
Oh, my God.
What? Wow.
That is the cult mentality.
Yep.
That is, like, you cannot talk people out of being in a cult.
Well, it really is. I don't think I could put it any better. And when you look at the facts, okay, now psychologist confirms here, like you look at this headline here, you're going to miss a lot of real good, juicy stuff.
This is from July 2020.
Yes. Psychologist confirms many women regret their abortions and experience mental health problems. Now, the study that feminists cite is called the Turnaway Study, which was conducted by a Dr. Priscilla Coleman, professor of human development and family studies at Bowling Green State University. She is an abortion activist. Researchers led by another abortion activist, Diana Green Foster, PhD. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I got this backwards. No, Diana Green Foster, she's the abortion activist, claimed that 95% of women who had abortions did not regret them 5 years later. You notice it's a very specific time window.
Well, the thing is this is similar to the false rape allegation.
Yes. This is cited all the time by abortion activists. Coleman said women are not being fully informed. There are hundreds of studies. This is the only one that they turn to. Mm-hmm. And this is why the Turnaway Study is the only one feminists will look at. You look here, a British survey, 2006, 82% of respondents said they deeply regretted their abortions.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Women have the power to bring new life into the world.
Yeah.
That is an awesome responsibility.
That's a superpower.
It's a fucking superpower.
And you shit all over it when you do this.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, man.
And when you insist that men can do it too, you shit all over it.
Well, the thing is these women know they're going to go stand before the man.
Yeah.
And how are you going to answer to that?
Poorly.
What are you going to say?
Poorly.
Yeah.
Another one here, 2009 study from University of Otago in New Zealand. More than 85% of women reported negative reactions to their abortions, including sorrow, sadness, guilt, regret, grief, and disappointment. And here's a real kicker. British Medical Journal 2013. Women who had abortions were 7 times more likely to commit suicide
Oh my God.
than women who gave birth.
Yeah.
So much for your postpartum depression.
Listen, I don't want to see anyone kill themselves. I don't want to see men or women kill themselves. And it just breaks my heart when I hear shit like this.
Here's another good one here. Professor David Ferguson, who describes himself as a pro-choice atheist, led a research team in a 2008 study that concluded women who continued an unwanted or mistimed pregnancy did not experience a significant increase in mental health problems.
Yeah.
Further, having an abortion did not reduce their mental health risks. Wow. So, 2011 study, British Journal of Psychiatry, 10% of mental health problems among women, including 35% of suicidal behaviors, are attributable to abortion.
Wow.
Women who had abortions were 81% more likely to experience mental health problems compared to all other control groups.
What?
All other control groups.
Wow.
And
That is
55%
damning.
were more likely to have problems compared to women who delivered an unplanned or unwanted pregnancy.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of these women below the ages of 25, it's not planned. Mm-hmm. Or they get they catch the feels for Mr. Chad, bad boy. They want to try to lock him down. They let one slip by the goalie. He's fucking, off like a prom dress as soon as he finds out you're pregnant, and you're left holding the bag.
Yep.
Yeah, you're the bag man.
And shit happens.
Yeah.
It does happen. There are scumbag dudes.
There's a lot of
They
scumbag
drop
dudes
their
out.
goo and run like a Jew from the
yeah.
tax man.
Yeah.
We don't say that those guys don't exist. But the vast majority of these unplanned pregnancies, some of them are just unplanned on one side.
That's correct. I mean, literally, there's
There's so many different kinds of birth control. I mean, you can only play we used 2 kinds of protection and it happened anyway. All right, sure. Let me see the rest of the condoms in that packet that you gave me.
Yeah.
I'm going to pour some water in it, see what happens. Whee! Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, Now listen, I'm not trying to be that guy that's gonna bag on chicks for having abortions. All right, I'm just saying it's got out of fucking control.
Yeah.
Now, if they were to wheel this all back and say 8 weeks or less, okay. I mean, I'd still be upset at that, but I could accept it as a compromise. I could. But this partial birth abortion shit, I mean, goddamn, I mean.
If it takes you 8 months and 3 weeks,
To figure out if you want to have a child or not?
fuck you.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, or actually, no, don't fuck you and don't fuck your friends. You're all unfuckworthy because clearly you make terrible decisions and then you think murder is an acceptable way out.
Yeah. I mean, that's just.
Why do you think more dudes are going monk? This is why.
Well, the thing is as this MGTOW red pill movement grows and more men pull back, you're going to see a lot of these women do a lot of underhanded, dirty shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean like the 2 lesbians, I think it was in Missouri, went to the sperm bank, got sperm from a donor, they fell on hard economic times,
sued
and
the
then
donor.
successfully sued the sperm donor who didn't know either of them and signed an anonymity agreement
Yep.
for child support and won.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, you're an idiot if you're doing that. You are just asking for it.
Yep.
Listen, if you
puking
want to
on a
have
pile of shit.
kids, leave the country for 2 years, have a couple kids with the woman that you meet over there, and bring them back. All right? Because doing it here in the United States with all of the laws and draconian punishments,
And the TikTok thoughts.
it's just not fucking worth it, man.
and the lonely fans, I should say.
Lonely fan.
Why am I so hot and single? Because you're not hot and you're single by choice.
And
Because you would rather be a cock teaser and get attention and money.
listen, in my life, I have dated, I think it was 3 strippers for very short amounts of times for a reason. All right, now listen, I'm going to tell you right now, and I've said this before, crazy pussy is the best pussy there is.
I can vouch.
Nothing is going to do cheetah flips onto your peg D better than a crazy bitch.
Because they want to love bomb you. And then by the time they pull the mask off and reveal the crazy, it's already too late.
The pussy's worn out, and all that's left is crazy.
Good luck with that.
And then that's all nothing but a bunch of fucking protective orders, and police is getting called.
Just get them an I Love Me coat and a Hannibal Lecter mask
Yeah.
for Halloween.
It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
I'm having an old friend for dinner. But you were saying something about things getting out of hand. Oh, I don't know, Pop. I mean, I think these leftoids, I think if we gave them a chance, they would really show us that our faith in humanity deserves to. Oh, fuck.
Here we go.
Child sacrifice on wheels. Planned Parenthood to set up a mobile abortion clinic on the Illinois border with pro-life states. Can you imagine the smell of cooter on that party bus?
Well, first of all, all right, we really can't do anything about that.
We
'cause
disinfect everything. There's no.
It's taken place within. If they stay inside Illinois and it's an actual Illinois law, chances are they're gonna get a pass. But sooner or later, they're gonna get their fucking shit sued in, because somebody's gonna come there from another state. They're gonna die. And then guess what's going to happen?
Jail.
It's going to be ugly.
It's going to be very ugly, and they're going to fucking deserve it. But I can't. This is just insane. I mean, look at this. They have a 37-foot RV that will stay in Illinois, but travel close to the borders of adjoining states that have banned the procedure since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Thing is, they haven't banned the procedure.
No, they haven't.
They just put a limit on how late you can get the procedure. If it takes you longer than 12 or 15 weeks to figure it out, fuck you.
Yeah. And all they really did was push it back to each individual state to make these decisions for their own citizens.
And then you have all these leftoid states that are going so far out there. And like I said, if men can't walk into the delivery room and take a look at a kid and be like, I'm not feeling it, and then walk out of there, we don't have equality. So stop claiming that's what you want.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not condoning that. I think that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. But if the kid is viable and then they're killing it and sawing it up in the uterus, I mean, that's fucking just raw evil.
Yeah, it's absolute raw fucking evil.
Yeah,
and now we have raw fucking evil on wheels.
Yeah, I mean, that is fucked up.
I just, wow. It's fucking insane. And the states that they're talking that border Illinois, it's not totally illegal to my knowledge.
No, I don't think so either. I haven't really been keeping up on each state what they're doing with their abortion laws.
Yeah.
Because one, I don't plan on having any more kids ever, and I don't fucking care. Other than the fact that morally, after the kid's viable, I consider it murder.
Well, what really cracks me up is that these are the same people, the ones who freak out about this shit and demand evil satanic services like this.
Oh, that's exactly what that is.
They're the ones who want the Electoral College abolished. Why? Because we deserve a true democracy.
Yeah, and you know what? Historically, every true democracy turned into a bloodbath of fucking chaos.
Exactly. Well, my point is, they want democracy until it doesn't work in their favor.
Correct.
And then something needs to be done. We need to burn the system down. Which they have tried to do on numerous occasions to no avail.
Listen, the way the system is now, there's going to need to be some major overhauls done. If not, restart the whole thing.
Yeah.
The Tree of Liberty
needs to be watered. Mm-hmm. I think it's looking a little brown. I think the roots are looking a little starved.
We've got with the federal government trying to take over crypto and get rid of paper money, that'll be horrible because they can literally flip a switch and fucking ruin your life. And the only way you could fix it is through the courts, and that's going to take 3 to 7 years. What do you do?
Not a whole hell of a lot.
I mean, literally, that's akin to killing that guy.
Yep.
And listen, if that were to happen and people were to go postal, I would understand.
I would absolutely understand.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But
this guy,
Illinois isn't the only ones. They aren't the only ones going full retard.
Here we go.
Not to be outdone on the bonehead scale, Gavin Newsom has signed 13 radical laws to expand abortion in California, recruit abortionists, and legalize infanticide.
Say that again?
Legalize infanticide.
That means the kid's already born,
Yep.
and you're killing it.
A state that's already, I don't know how many trillions in debt.
1.6 trillion?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's
they
huge.
want to allocate over $200 million, which they're totally going to get from the illegal immigrants, right?
Yeah.
Into new abortion funding, greenlight recruitment of abortionists to broaden availability, and ensure that almost no abortion will be prosecuted under the law.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. More than a dozen laws, basically making it an abortion sanctuary state. And I love his bullshit like this here. Now, you can see the left's rhetoric. It's so easy to pick apart now.
Yeah, here we go.
An alarming number of states continue to outlaw abortion and criminalize women. Oh, you mean those things that you refuse to even say what they are because you're not a biologist?
That's right. Yeah, so how can you say that?
And if men can have babies too now,
Then you should put men in there too.
maybe you should be more inclusive, you fucking bigot. And it's more important than ever to fight like hell. Oh, I thought that was inciting violence.
Yeah.
Remember when Trump said that? Fight like hell. To them, that was inciting violence. Uh-oh. Somebody needs to go and put the shackles on Gavin Newsom. When's the FBI going to raid his mansion
Yeah.
in California, Stan? It's never going to happen. Perhaps the most well-known bill signed as part of his abortion package was AB 2223, dubbed the Infanticide Bill. As LifeSite News reported previously, pro-life attorneys and activists have argued that the bill could legalize infanticide by prohibiting the investigation or prosecution of any woman or abortionist for pregnancy outcomes, including abortion, miscarriage, and perinatal death, a nebulous period that can span as far as 2 years after a child is born. So now we're going from up to a month after birth
To 2 years.
to 2 years. Oh, the little fucker just won't stop crying. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm going to go down to the bar and have Chad knock me up. I'll get another one. Maybe I won't cry so fucking much. Yeah, I'll see you later.
Yeah. That is fucking horrible.
Yep.
Listen, I am not a fan of hurting children at all. I'm a firm believer that a child should be left alone to grow up at their own pace. They shouldn't be exposed to stuff that they're not ready to handle.
Yep.
And then, right around 15, 16 is where you start sharpening the edge of their adulthood. When they turn 18, they're out in the real world, and they better have a functional fucking weapon to defend themselves against the stupidity.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, this is what you get.
Exactly. We used to, every race, color, and creed in this country could all agree on one thing. You don't victimize kids.
Yeah, leave the kids alone.
And now it appears that the left has left that behind.
Correct. And they're showing their true colors here.
Isn't it amazing that the same culture of people who will insist that people like you and I, who encourage individual responsibility for your actions, they will call us victim blamers.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I would rather be a victim blamer, encouraging individual responsibility. Say you go down to Detroit or another leftoid shithole and you leave your car unlocked and you come back to it up on blocks. Okay, well...
That sucks they did that.
It sucks they did that, but you shared some culpability in it. Well, you're a victim blamer. Well, I would rather do that than try to normalize degeneracy by calling pedophilia a sexual orientation.
That's exactly what they're trying to do.
I would rather blame victims than sympathize with predators.
Well, those people aren't... You cannot rehabilitate those people.
You can't.
Yeah, in my opinion, Maybe we should start, for the egregious ones, bring the death penalty back and just erase these people.
Erase them. I'm not saying that we should do that,
Well,
but
I would
I understand. But, we already saw that one, didn't we? Hang on, huh? There we go. There's more,
Okay.
and it's worse. Well, it gets worse. Let me see here. AB 2091 and AB 1242 promote California as a destination for abortion tourism by shielding women from pro-life states who opt to kill their unborn babies in California. AB 2091 prevents healthcare providers from releasing medical information related to abortions, even if served with a subpoena.
That's not going to. That's
Totally going to hold up in court.
No, the only way they would actually be able to make that stay up in court is if they secede from the country.
That's obstruction of justice.
Yeah,
You can't legalize obstruction of justice.
That's absolutely correct. You cannot do that.
AB 1242, more obstruction of justice, forbids law enforcement cooperation between California-stan and pro-life states if states seek to prosecute an abortion obtained in California-stan.
Well, say Mary Jane Rottencrotch, 6 months pregnant. Mm-hmm. She sees her doctors in a neighboring state, and then she decides to go get the abortion.
Yeah.
She comes back. She's no longer pregnant.
Mary Jane Rodden.
And that state she left from should probably ask questions. What the fuck happened? And if New York doesn't want to get on, or if California doesn't want to cough up information,
Yep.
it's prosecutor in the state. You were pregnant, and now you're not. We know what happened. Fuck you. Prison.
Kiss my ass. You know what really cracks me up is every time one of these leftoids, they think that they can either challenge a law in another state. Now, you remember it was the Dobbs decision, which I believe was Alabama or Mississippi, their heartbeat law, being challenged by leftoids is what led to directly the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, this shit is going to get challenged, and eventually it's going to work its way up to the Supreme Court, and it's going to be another self-inflicted kill shot.
Absolutely correct.
Because all of these states who think they can virtue signal, come kill your babies here, we'll let you do it when they hit the terrible twos. All of a sudden, you're going to have federal SCOTUS decisions like, no, sorry. You can't legally obstruct justice just because you want abortion money for your stem cells or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No. Listen, this is such an evil fucking subject. It's making me feel dirty just talking.
I know. And you remember how we said that we all used to agree that kids were the line that you never cross?
There we go. This is a line.
Let's go across the Atlantic Ocean to España. Spain's equality minister, I'll give you two guesses what gender this particular person happens to be.
He's a trans dude I don't know.
Close enough. It's a chick.
It's a chick.
Says that children should be allowed to have relations with adults.
That is so disgusting.
She's speaking Spanish. I'm assuming it's a biological she because of the voice. But I will read it aloud
Now,
to you.
before we start off here,
Just in case it comes through.
I just want
pixelated.
to tell you, Spain is a feminist fucking nightmare.
Yes, it is.
I mean, those dudes over there are getting fucked 3 ways to Sunday by the women.
Oh, yeah. And you know who's hot on their heels with that shit? India.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
India's getting bad.
Yeah.
But this is going to spin you up.
Oh, here we go.
To talk about sex education, for example, just in case people can't read it, which is a right of boys and girls, Madam Deputy, regardless of who their families are, because all the boys, the girls, and the children X of this country have the right to get to know their own bodies, to know that no adult can touch their body if they don't want them to. If they don't want them to, and that is a form of violence. That children have the right to know that they can love or have relations with whomever they want to, based, of course, on consent. And these are acknowledged rights that they have, and that you don't like.
But the thing is, like, consent.
Children...
They can't give consent.
Okay, so if we're going to allow children to have consensual relations with adults, they should be able to consensually smoke, imbibe alcohol,
buy guns,
have a driver's license, guns. Oh, wait, they're too young for all those things.
Yeah. But
Isn't that amazing?
But somehow they think they should be able to make these life-altering, possibly
deadly
decisions.
Consistency? What's that? We on the left, we're so consistent that we don't even know what the fuck we're talking about half the time. We just support the current thing.
The current thing. Current thing's popular, so that's what I'm all for that current thing.
What's the current thing? Is there a border from my profile picture? Can I put a flag next to my pronouns? Holy smoking Joe
Get
Frazier.
the fuck out of here. You're picking up on my talking points. Holy smoking Joe Frazier.
It's a good one.
Because he's dead now.
It's a good one. How many people out there started using the term thinking meat for their brains after watching this show?
Well, I had
Show of hands.
like virtually all my soldiers at the 403rd Civil Affairs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like,
You know,
literally.
slot C, peg D.
Yeah. Every single morning at 9:15, we had a battalion call, and like the people, and I was in the satellite office in Utica.
Yeah.
And then the unit was in Syracuse, New York. And then I would hear through the back channels that the room would be packed just to listen to some of the crazy shit I was saying. I'd have people like I got like voluntold to like run burial detail for like 90 days. So
Well,
on Thursday, you know, we start getting the dirt dart missions, and that's what I called them. And I'd be like, "Yes, sir. How many dirt darts I got to throw in the dirt this weekend?" And everyone's laughing. And I'm like, "Listen, I'm not trying to be funny here. I mean, it is what it is. Those guys would fully understand because it's just part of the military." But my most on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was 6 dirt darts.
yep.
That's a lot of dirt darts.
That is a lot of dirt darts.
Yeah.
Shit, man, I remember when I was a kid and they had lawn darts.
Oh, goddamn.
Those things are like
dangerous.
12 pounds. You could kill a large animal with
Did you
those
know
things.
those were actual weapons used by the Roman army?
Yeah, and yet they're giving them to kids.
Yeah.
You know, because
Oh, it's totally safe.
They're old enough to choose their gender. They just take them out of the box, throw them straight up in the air, and see where they fucking land. Oh!
Yeah, we threw one at my sister, hit her in the leg, and it was pretty bad.
Oh, did it break the skin?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got
Yeah, those things were not for the faint of heart. You don't mess around with lawn darts.
No, I'm just trying to remember what they called them in the Roman army, plumb bob.
That's like if you had a real horseshoe set.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, don't give those to the kids under 10. Not if you value your life or your property.
Somebody's going to get stitches.
Snitches get stitches. So do bitches who go to prison and call themselves a woman and knock a couple of chicks up.
Yeah. And this one is a national story from back in the day, too.
Yeah, now we actually covered this before. Trans woman, totally natural, I mean, as you can tell, impregnated 2 women at a women's only prison gets, in quotes, surprising news. Now, we have to leave you with some positive news today.
Okay.
Not just the fact that virtually all 13 of Gavin Newsom's masturbatory abortion fodder are inevitably going to get struck down by courts. That's good news. This is just hilarious. Per reports, the Transformer inmate reportedly impregnated 2 other women at a women's only prison has received surprising news. She opened up about her treatment on her Justice for Demi blog.
It was
wrote about how
mistreatment.
the prison guards targeted her because it's her Transformer status. One guard allegedly mocked her when she asked to be searched by a female officer. 27-year-old Transformer was convicted to 30 years behind bars for stabbing their foster father to death.
So this person's already got mental problems.
Yes. And here's the news. She has been moved to a men's prison.
Like, what the fuck do you think was going to happen? You knock up 2 chicks. You're obviously a dude. Shut the fuck up. I mean, come on. And listen, this person's going to have a rough time.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever they go, because this was a national fucking story. This trans person's going to show up in Gen Pop, and it's going to be very bad.
And just like the 2 chicks he knocked up, should have seen it coming.
Yep.
All over their face, neck, back, and thighs. Or directly in the clam cooker, as it would appear to be. So it says that she is going to be held in a vulnerable unit. According to the 27-year-old inmate, she was misgendered and beaten by corrections officers during transfer and is now at risk of being attacked by men in a correctional facility. Oh, no. Are you afraid they're going to knock you up?
Well, you had no problem attacking women in the women's facility.
No shit.
I mean, listen, I'm getting so sick and tired of this victim horse shit. This is an obvious predator here who has no problem killing people.
Yep.
Using this whole fucking flim-flam shim-sham bullshit to get preferential treatment.
Yep.
And now it's going away.
It's going away.
Because of her, him, it, Shimp's actions.
Oh, yeah. And this person is going to find out in a very real and brutal way what happens to sex criminals in the prison system.
So what was that saying? Fuck around and...
Find out.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been telling feminists for years that if you want proof that there is no rape culture in the West, all you have to do is look at the microcosm of sex criminals in the prison system.
I still love the story about the guy getting the buffer thrown on his head. Like literally, they're like talking to this guy, maneuvering him, and all of a sudden, you see the dude's head. That guy probably died. Wow.
Oops.
Wow.
320 days without any... All right, 0 days without any injuries in the laundry room. Yeah, make your license plates, Jimbo. Yes, that tattoo is lovely. Really brings out your eyes.
Oh my God.
I don't know where half this shit comes from.
We're going to hell. We're going to hell, man.
You know, these guys get like love tattooed on their knuckles. And so they see love coming at them.
Yeah.
Oh, you touch kids, huh? Oh!
Listen, I don't have any sympathy for those people at all.
No, I don't even.
I like when you're reading that, I have zero fucks to give. I don't care what happens to that guy.
Whatever happens to that person, they are a murderer. They are a sexual predator.
Yep.
And now they are with their biological brethren who do not look kindly upon this type of crime being committed.
Well, murder is one thing. Like if you go to prison for murder, it all depends upon who you killed.
You
and
just
what.
got to go along to get along.
Yeah. Like
But
Jeffrey
if you're
Dahmer?
a sex predator who knocks up 2 chicks in a women's prison by using this transformer bullshit to your advantage to try to circumvent the system, oh, now it's on.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the Jeffrey Dahmer, correct?
Of course.
He was killed in prison by a person who drew a straw for the chance just to kill that motherfucker. I'm just saying. You know.
Did you hear about the backlash? Because it was listed on Netflix as a loose gay butt twerking queer movie.
Because it was.
It is not. All of a sudden, you know, like people who want to stake claim to every other kind of entertainment and intellectual property that was never theirs want to disown something that's always been theirs.
Yeah.
Because Dahmer, he was a shit shover.
Well, first of all, he was gay. He was a fucking serial killer who ate his prey.
Yep.
So he had cannibalism, murder, rape, dismembering bodies, and he was a homosexual. I mean, that is fucking...
How many strikes is that?
That is like, wow. Like he's going to get reborn as a fucking amoeba. Have to work his way back up. I mean, Hitler right now is probably still a spider monkey getting raped on a daily basis, but you know, who am I? Huh?
Well, maybe he'll come across a couple of floofy French people and wind up with the monkey pox as a spider monkey. The irony is astounding.
I still want to do that comedy skit, double X-ray self-inflicted homicide.
Now, I'm just imagining Hitler the spider monkey bent over with a couple of French dudes cornhole him. 9999999. Talk about inglorious bastards.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
But that is actually all of the news sources that we have for you tonight. So what do you say we read some YouTube chats before we go to new tech and have some real
let's
fun?
do a roll call. And then
Roll call.
Yeah.
We like roll calls around here.
Yeah, and
Those are almost see-through.
Came up with a couple new words the other day.
Those look a little see-through. Go for it.
Well, one is calicide.
A caloricide.
No, that's caloricide. Calicide.
Oh, calicide.
Where you do calisthenics until you die.
Oh, so Ranger School.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then caloricide is when you eat yourself to death, like my buddy Darren did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there was I believe you and I were talking about a social media post from a 500-pound chick who used to be 130 pounds and quite the looker. I would have rated her like a 7.5.
wow.
Okay,
That's
she's
a heavy
white looker,
fall.
brunette. And then she ballooned up to over 500 pounds and credits body positivity with how happy she is in her over 500-pound Stay Puft marshmallow body for surviving 4 heart attacks in her 20s.
She's not going to be 30. She's not going to see 30 unless she loses a lot of weight.
Yeah. You know, you wouldn't have had the 4 heart attacks in the first place if you weren't 500 pounds. It's just a theory because, you know,
That's not healthy, man.
all causes of death.
All
Causes of death.
That's every single type of death. All of them.
Even sudden adult death syndrome.
That's a big fucking number.
Yeah. When is the body positivity movement going to try to co-opt sudden adult death syndrome from
I don't know.
like, well, he died with 3 corn dogs stuck in his throat. Sudden adult death syndrome.
Here we go.
He overdosed and died of a caloric shock on the new bomber Twinkies. So we got sudden adult death syndrome.
The Twinkies that never rot.
Just like body positivity in general was co-opted from people who actually deserve it, like burn victims or people with Down syndrome that are born with physical abnormalities or cerebral palsy.
All right. So this is a
What the shit?
side story. This is going all the way back to high school.
Okay, story time with Pop.
I had kicked out the back of my locker, and there was like a 3 or 4 feet back there, and like literally it was like a little room. And on the floor were Twinkies that were wrapped in wax paper. And they hadn't done that with Twinkies in forever. I pulled the box out. I'm like, this is disgusting. And guess what? By 3 o'clock, I had 6 guys eat them on a dare. I'm like, these are fucking old, man. Are you sure? Oh, it's fine. Nobody died.
You know what? If mold doesn't grow on food after a certain time,
Don't fucking eat it.
it's like when Brad Jones decided to drink a 12-year-old bottle of Zima.
Oh yeah, that was horrible when it was new.
Yeah, and there was like brown residue like floating at the bottom. He puked. Just so we're
God,
clear.
stop it. That's not even cool, man.
He also did the 1 chip challenge. So when it comes to that kind of stuff, he's pretty daring.
All right, let's do the.
All right, we're going to do a roll call here. We got 680 watching on YouTube with 396 likes. That's too low, man. Smash the likes. 36 viewers on MGTOW.tv. Odyssey's got 24, which means Odyssey's probably screwed up. We got 760. Rumble outdoing YouTube.
Wow.
Which means that we probably got algorithmically demoted. Shocker.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because we're not producing shorts.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I can do the shorts in my car. It's not a big deal.
Well, it just cracks me up as now they're just saying, well, if you don't do shorts, we're not going to send people to your channel.
I mean,
Okay.
it's no big deal. I can do. They're what, 3 minutes or less?
1 minute or less.
1 minute or less?
Yeah.
No problem.
D-Lab's got 45 and Twitch has 41.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's get some super chats on YouTube out of the way. Oh, we just hit Mark of the Beast.
Oh no.
666.
Oh shit.
Ryan Langston. Did you hear about the band, the Dropkick Murphys? They went lip-tarded with some of the songs and lyrics they wrote. What the fuck? How does that happen?
I've heard of them before. I'm not familiar with a lot of their music.
I'm telling you, man, a lot of these celebritards, they go on Twitter and they think that's the pulse of the country.
Or what is that one band that was like, fuck you, I'm not going to do what you tell me? The band, the punk, it was a really big song back in like
Sex Pistols? Or
the 90s.
I think they went woke too.
Well, the thing is like they're literally like, they did a concert a couple years back where they're, saying, well, you got to be vaxxed to be here. Like, what the fuck? Whatever happened to fuck you? I'm not doing what you tell me.
Remember Neil Young?
Yeah.
We had the whole gif about him. I think I still have that in here somewhere. Let me see if I got it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Hang on. Suck it like you mean it, Neil.
We need to put that on the channels on the website.
Oh, I did.
Download it. Oh, on a side note,
What we got?
I'm going to put up on the website because there's going to come a time where,
Oh, it's already happened. I've heard the rumblings.
well, the thing is like, 477 people.
Yeah.
I mean, the number is growing. Sooner or later, somebody's going to pick that up. My name is going to blow up. And then you're going to have all these people come forward like fucking stolen valor horse shit.
Yeah.
So I'm actually putting some of my paperwork and DD-214s on my website. So anyone who thinks I'm a fucking, posing liar, the evidence is right fucking there.
Yeah.
And, most of the guys who do stolen valor won't do that. So
K-Note clarified the band, Rage Against the Machine.
that's it. Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah. Rage Against the Machine. Mm-hmm. More like
Yeah.
get down on your knees and suck it off.
That's right.
Fucking morons. Shark dentures. The Skynet begins to learn at a geometric rate. It becomes self-aware at 2:14 a.m. Eastern Time, August 29th. At 2:15 a.m., it started rolling up D&D characters. How's my Arnold? Is it all right?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Spartan Warrior. Research Rex 84 and Operation Garden Plot. Write those in the brain. I want to make sure we don't forget that.
What's it called?
Rex 84, REX 84, and Operation Garden Plot.
Why?
Thank you, Spartan Warrior. Could be good material for a lair.
All right.
Maybe you can have Marty on for that one.
Maybe.
K-Note.
He's dealing with hurricane stuff.
Yes.
He's in
Yes,
Florida.
he is. K-Note, fun fact, Pop, 440 is also the size of the big block Mopar, one of the best engines ever made. Imagine driving that with these gas prices. It's over $5 here.
Yeah, I know. I drive a Ram 1500, and I'm getting hammered on gas.
Jail.
I got that Juke, but
Yep.
it's just been one mechanical issue after another with
The
that.
Jukes of Hazard. Well, it's Nissans for you, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, most Nissans are good shit. They run for a long time. I have no idea why I'm having so much problems with this.
I don't know. Maybe the last person who got it thought that you could just run it into the ground and it would still be fine. And next thing you know, mechanical problem after mechanical problem. I better sell this fucking thing before it explodes with me in it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take it in one last time, and if it's a big bill, I'm just going to sell it.
There you
Done
go.
with it.
Red Pilled Mo with a $49.99 donation. Wow.
Thank you so much.
not worthy! We're not worthy!
Thank you very much, good sir. He says, some beer money for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can buy some real beer.
Oh, stop it, man.
Instead of, that light bread piss loafer shit.
Listen,
that you've been
I've been battling my weight for how long now?
Where?
I'm down to like 193. It's not
you're-
bad.
Yeah, I bet going through the drive-through with you when you don't say, okay, we're going to have to go with a big fuck off is like Jack Black on the Tenacious D album. Yeah, can I have a Coca-Cola? It's half Coca-Cola, half diet. Trying to watch my figure. Fuck off! Trying to watch my figure! Can I have a filet of fish sandwich too? Has less calories because it's fish.
Yeah, listen, I'm never eating at McDonald's again because I was reading that one article that they found human meat in their fucking in the meat they're serving people.
And that's like a 6-year-old article, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Listen, that is serious shit. And to be honest, they should be banned from doing business.
You ever wonder what happened to Jimmy Hoffa? Some people probably ate him at Big Boy. Maybe it was Elias Brothers back then. I don't know.
I believe
nasty
it was
shit.
Big Boy.
Schlitz Malt Liquor. Sent in $10. All right, somebody's got to make a YouTube account with the name Mad Dog 2020 now because we got Schlitz Malt Liquor in the chat.
Yeah.
Deadly Raver. Anyone who tries to sell that biomen can get preggy nonsense needs to get fired immediately. Prove me wrong.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Listen, the minute they say that shit, they are part of the fucking cult. You don't need those people in your life in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly. These people need treatment, not encouragement. Evil Zombie Toe, good to see you, sir. Earned a badge of honor today. Got called an incel for the first time. Oh, that's on the feminist wheel of misfortune.
Yeah, they
It's
call
their
me
insult wheel.
Yeah. They call me an incel too, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Weird how women who hate being objectified always use sexual value as an insult.
I know.
Yeah.
You're gay. You can't get
Gay, you can't get laid.
got a
You have a
small
small penis.
penis.
You live in your mama's basement.
Like, literally, you and I can go down the insults like verbatim, like the top 6.
Hey, dudes, send us an email with all your favorite feminist insults because there's like 10. We just do a video about it.
Well, we could do that.
And we just do like a little 5-minute short video of all the feminist insults and then just package it for all these dudes to send to these chicks as soon as the insults come out. And then they watch it and be like,
Guy's a dick.
guy's a dick. And then they go and they grab the Rocky Road out of the freezer and a boxed wine. The cat curls up in their lap and they eat the ice cream.
And then they watch
fucker
our
was
gift,
right.
Box Wine and Catland.
Oh, you said it. You know what that means.
Oh, God, no.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
Yeah!
You're going there, ladies. What can I tell you?
Oh, my God.
Evil Zombie Toe also has to say here, with a larger donation this time, thank you very much. I grew up in apartheid South Africa. Oh, so you know what the shit's all
That's
about.
hardcore, bro.
Conscription created a resentful mindset against the military similar to what I've read Vietnam vets experienced after the war.
Yep.
Forced service only degrades military quality and trust.
To an extent, you are correct. Typically,
I mean, when the war is righteous, it's fine.
no.
But
Like, I've read the emergency op orders for, when we as a country will start drafting people. And the thing that makes it work is you have the regular Army guys get put in positions to train and lead these draftees. All right, but the thing is, the military we have now, all the experience is leaving.
yep.
So you're going to have the blind leading the expendable.
Yeah, that's going to go well.
It's going to be a huge fucking
That's
shit show.
going to go so well.
It's going to be a huge fucking shit show, man.
Fuck's sakes. Damn. Bad news bears, baby. Alex Patino says Aaron Clary has been talking about it, that idiots are the ones having kids instead of the smart people. And that's who's going to inherit the world.
Well,
We're already seeing that to an extent.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Gen Z is completely useless. I think a lot of them, well, a good chunk of them are completely out of shape. But there's also they're looking at the past, with the most powerful information searching tool in history, and saying, I don't know if I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to sign up for that.
No.
Endless wars. Also, they can embezzle money and
Do whatever the
pad
fuck
the pockets
they
of their
want.
fucking donor class and qualified immunity to boot back home. And they're trying to remove castle doctrine in some of these states. Fuck you.
That's right.
Every state should have castle doctrine and standards.
Listen,
Every
you should have the right to defend your property with lethal fucking force.
You're damn right.
To include your fucking business, your fucking car, your fucking house, your dog, your family.
You know, three of the most insane words to anyone who believes in the Second Amendment: duty to retreat.
Yeah. Here's another thing that really pisses me off. Is,
If they come in your house and they rape your wife,
Well, the thing
you
is-
shouldn't go Bronson. You should just run away.
I mean, listen, there's a whole assload of cops out there who relish coming into your house and shooting your dog.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That just went to a dark place very quickly.
Listen, there's been all kinds of problems in the past. Cops shooting dogs that are not even menacing. Like, you're talking like a 30-pound fucking, shaken piss dog.
Or
It
my
barks.
shaken piss
They
dog.
fucking shoot the dog.
5
Listen,
pound snake food.
a lot of dudes are very close to their animals.
Yeah.
And if you come on their property and you start shooting their animals, you can probably expect to get the same treatment in return.
Little bit.
Now, I don't want that to happen, but I'm just saying.
You do that.
It's we're going to be going there pretty soon, and I personally want to be away from the big cities when that happens.
You fuck with the dude's animals, you fuck with the dude's kids.
Yeah.
Whatever happens to you, you've brought it on yourself.
Yeah, and look, if you shoot a dog that's a police officer, you go. It's the same as shooting a fucking cop.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fucking horseshit.
Thumper the sweaty fat guy. Awesome. How you doing, sir? As the NCO that got all the problem children in the unit, I am none too thrilled about conscription. Bad enough with the kids who volunteered to be there.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Like the first thing I used to do when I get new soldiers coming to my office, I literally look at them and go, listen up. Whatever you take away from this meeting, You're going to remember this for the rest of your life. I am no better than you. I've just been here longer.
Yep.
Remember that. So when I'm getting fucking stupid with you and you think I'm being disrespectful, feel free to like speak up. Because I don't run that fucking slave fucking horse shit here.
There you go.
Because I used to like train guys to go do missions on their own. And like you have to trust these people with millions of dollars of equipment, weapons, and, you know, they have the ability to fucking kill people.
Yeah.
You can't, you know, you train fucking dogs and monkeys. I used to fucking create masterworks.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys that I actually mentored are now sergeant majors, first sergeants, lieutenant colonels, and up. So, I mean, that's one of the big things. And another thing they'll do is this, and I've heard this a bazillion times. Well, it sounds to me, Sergeant, like this is just a leadership challenge. There's like no talk about the fact that these people passed one PT test when they graduated basic training and never again since. You know, I mean, you're given a bunch of shit, and they're like, well, it's a leadership challenge. You need to rise to the occasion. Some people, you're just going to have to throw them down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Professor X's greatest weakness. Stairs. Drew wants to know, what's your opinion on the recent New York Times article regarding Bud's training for the Navy SEALs and that trainee dying, saying it's too hard?
It's not too hard. Listen, people die all the time. Listen, okay. All right, so in basic training, I remember we had a fat body drop dead on a 8-mile speed march. And it was terrible, but it is what it is. You're training people to go into a war zone and deal with the absolute most dangerous shit you can imagine. If you want to come back from that, you don't train with pillows and water beds.
Yeah.
You train with weapons, death, pain, and fucking war. That's how you get people to come back. Right? I know it's terrible, you know, when you think about it rationally, taking somebody who's 18, teaching them how to fucking, you know, shoot the weapon, teach them how to fire the weapon at actual human beings, how to use the machine guns, how to use the grenades, the mines, the whole deal, and being able to coordinate with, you know, your other teams and squad members to become an effective fighting force. That's hard.
Yeah.
It is fucking hard. And I used to
with
be
this
a master.
generation, everything is too hard.
Well, I used to be a master at taking little, you know, shit bags and turning them into fucking, you know, knuckle busting fighting motherfuckers.
I mean, I told you about that video that I saw that boiled down the generations with a beach ball.
Oh, yeah.
Dude in the kitchen, Gen X, beach ball flies by his head.
Yeah.
Millennials. The hell? And then it gets to Gen Z. Ow, my vagina.
We could easily do that comedy skit. We could easily do that comedy skit.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's genuinely
listen,
funny.
And another thing that if we're going to actually field a volunteer army in the future, we have to take some steps to defat our youth. You know, make them do fucking PT. You know, mandatory gym class.
Yep.
You're running, you're doing shit. And you know what? You might not like it. I don't fucking care, because the 35-year-old you is going to thank me for making your 15-year-old ass get in fucking shape and learn how to take care of your fucking self.
Yeah. There's a big difference between being nice and being kind.
Correct.
You can be short-term mean to be long-term nice, and that's as kind as you can be to another human being.
And I used to do that all
Tough
the time.
love.
I did it all the time.
Damn right. What do we got here? Cross Stuff with a donation. Thank you, sir. Evil Zombie Toe says, final thought. The left only has confidence because they believe the military will obey the government in the event of civil strife. Well, why do you think they're trying to basically rid the military of any right-wing views?
I've already covered this. If you take all the cops and all of the people on active duty, to include the National Guard, there's not enough fucking people to do anything. especially if you're up against, organized resistance with hundreds of thousands of fucking people.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have actual war experience.
Yeah, how do you think that's going to stack up against Gen Z with reduced fitness standards and inclusivity and wokeness policies?
Listen, I'm not taking any away from the regular army. They've got devastating weapon systems. They got all the bells and whistles.
Just saying.
But in Afghanistan, we were literally ran out of there by people in, flip-flops with an AK-47 wearing a night skirt.
Yeah. And they waited us out for over 20 years.
Yeah, over 20 years. And they had like war season, which usually started in the spring and ran until about September. And then they went home to do theirs. And the following year, they come down out of the hills to fucking wage war again. And they'd have a whole new crop of young idiots that would get turned to red paste. But they would still show up.
Get their 72 virgins who all happened to be their friends who died before them.
And listen, a lot of those fucking rockets and mortar attacks that they did on our posts were pretty effective.
Yeah. Alex Patino, where is this going to end up? I see it now bailing the 17-year-old SO for 3/100th. What in the mother shit are you talking about, bro?
What is it?
17-year-old SO for 3/100th time. This is not working, son. Oh, a 17-year-old chick aborting for the 100th time.
Yeah.
This is not working, son. I'm aborting your ass. The future.
Yeah. Okay. And there's another thing is women don't seem to understand is they can only have so many abortions.
Yeah.
And then it sterilizes them.
Yeah. Red Pill Rhino says, it's Rage Against the Machine, Blake, not Sex Pistols. Come on, man. I know, dude.
Listen, I was never a big punk rock guy, so.
Well, the thing is when you're talking about older, music bands that have sold out, you're talking about a long fucking list.
Yeah.
That is an extraordinarily long list.
Who are the musicians on Spotify who wanted their stuff pulled down because Joe Rogan was on there?
I don't remember.
I don't remember who they were, but you want to
shit,
talk.
Look at Roger Waters. You want to talk about a fucking sellout?
Yeah.
He's turned his show into nothing but a fucking political ad campaign for the left.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
He's a piece of shit.
I really don't think I could do that.
Dawn Creep. In a 10-day stretch, I lost a best friend of over 20 years and my father. I'm still feeling too fucked to drink. You mind taking a shot for two good men? Holy damn.
Fuck yeah, any day, bro.
That's crazy, man.
Dude, I'm so sorry, man.
Sorry to hear that. Godspeed. I actually forgot to bring over a new thing of whiskey today that is specifically made to drink for fallen comrades.
Here you go, bro.
Let's bring that for Thursday.
Listen, I'm that's a tough one, bro.
That's very tough.
I lost some close friends. It's hard to, and it still bothers me to this day.
And it's not something you ever get over. You just get used to it.
Yeah.
It's really like when people say it's been 10 years, you should get over it. They've never lost anybody.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
You never get over losing somebody that important to you. You just get used to them being gone. And it can still catch up with you like that.
Yeah.
Successful endeavors. Castle Doctor needs to be like house abortion. Removal one piece at a time. That's that's pretty dark, man.
You got a 12 gauge that could happen.
Just get dark in here. We should have all these on a switch so that we can still do that joke. Ooh, just get dark in here. The old jokes are still good. All right, it is about 9:30, so it's as good a time as any to switch over to new tech, so we can all drain our squirrel bladders, refill our drinks, etc. If you guys want to continue watching and read some super chats and see some really nice cosplay butts, courtesy of Jackal the Emperor, stick with us. Look for those links in the chat, and we'll see you in 5.
All right.